In my previous video, I talked about gratitude, how it helps, and how research shows the results. Because their lens is dark, psychologically, it is a matter of changing the lens to a brighter one, and spiritually, it is a matter of cleaning the lens. This is a part of practice of purification of the heart. When you do this, it changes the way you see the world. The practice of gratitude allows us to put on grateful lenses. It changes the way we view the world and allow our radar to focus to calibrate differently. We become calibrated to look for positive things, to look for blessings instead of problems and deficiencies. And Allah gives you more. Allah says, and remember when your Lord proclaimed, if you're grateful, I will surely increase you in favor. But if, but if you deny, indeed, my punishment is severe. Here Allah teaches us that there is a link between gratitude and abundance. You find that this is the case even with human beings. If you want to behave in another person to continue or to increase, should you show gratitude or ingratitude? For what you've seen so far, the more you show gratitude towards that individual and what they have already done, the more that behavior will increase. This applies with our spouses. This is also applies with our children and with our colleagues and friends. When you're grateful for what the individual is already doing, it motivates them to do even more. For example, our children are not motivated by criticism. They are motivated by appreciation with regards to gratitude and spiritually. I learned something life-changing. Many of us often feel we aren't doing good enough. We may feel inadequate and frustrated when we don't live up to our own expectations, or when others, our family, friends, loved ones, do not live up to our own expectations. For them, when this happens, our response is typically to focus on what's missing in our efforts or in the efforts of others we care about. We focus on what's missing in hopes of increasing it. This often happens spiritually, especially when we disappointed in our worship during Ramadan. But what if we used a completely different approach? What if we use this Quranic approach? If you're thankful, I will increase you. Quran chapter 14 verse 7. Instead of focusing on what's missing in our deeds, what if we showed to Allah for the spiritual gifts He had already given us? Maybe we weren't able to stay up all night, but Allah allowed us to make heartfelt dua or pray some portion of the night. Or maybe He allowed us to help another person in need, or to be at the service of our family. When we show gratitude for the gifts He has given us, He gives us more, and all good comes from Allah. So we must be careful not to take the credit for our own worship or good deeds. Our prayers are not a gift from us to God. It is a gift from God to us. Gratitude also an antidote for envy. Often keeps us unhappy is that when we look at our own lives, we focus on our hardships rather than our blessings. And then what makes us envious of others is that we flip the equation. With others, we focus on their blessings but not their hardships. And social media is a dangerous platform. For this skewed focus, it's a place to see the blessings of others while hiding their hardships. When we focus on our own blessings, we no longer feel poor compared to others.